If you're the kind of rider who wants a motorcycle that makes an impression before you even hit the ignition, then the 2025 Honda Valkyrie might just be your next dream machine. Welcome back to Wheel Raver. Today, we're taking an in-depth look at Honda's latest power cruiser that refuses to blend in with the crowd. We'll break down what makes this modern Valkyrie so special, from its monster engine to its head-turning design, cutting-edge features, and where it stands in the ever-growing cruiser market. So, grab your helmet, settle in, and let's see what this beast has to offer. First things first, how the Valkyrie name isn't new. It first roared onto the scene in the late 90s as a stripped-down, muscle-bound sibling of the Honda Goldwing. Back then, the Valkyrie was all about brute power, big attitude, and long-distance comfort. For 2025, Honda's brought that same rebellious DNA forward but infused it with modern tech and refined engineering, creating a bike that's just as much about performance as it is about presence. At the heart of the 2025 Valkyrie is Honda's legendary 1.833cc six-cylinder engine at the same powerhouse you'll find in the Goldwing. But here, it's tuned to deliver more immediate torque and a throatier growl. We're talking about 118 horsepower and around 125 pounds-feet of torque, giving you an absurd amount of grunt right off the line. This isn't a bike that politely asks you to roll on the throttle. It demands you twist it wide open and feel the turbine smooth power pull you down the highway. Honda's engineers have kept the Valkyrie lighter than its touring sibling by shedding the big fairings, trunk, and other luxury add-ons. The result is a curb weight that hovers around 750 pounds, still hefty, but lighter than you'd expect for a bike with a horizontally opposed six-cylinder. That lower weight combined with a lower center of gravity means the Valkyrie feels surprisingly nimble at speed and stable at a crawl. This is a big cruiser you can actually carve through corners on without feeling like you're wrestling a locomotive. Performance-wise, Honda's kept things simple but effective. The Valkyrie sports a 5-speed gearbox, shaft drive for silky power delivery and low maintenance, and a ride-by-wire throttle system that offers crisp response every time you twist the grip. Honda's selectable torque control helps keep all that power in check, especially if you find yourself on slick or wet roads. There's no fancy fairing here to hide behind, just pure in-your-face riding that cruiser fans love. Now let's talk about design, because if you're buying a Valkyrie, you're not trying to sneak past anyone unnoticed. The 2025 model is a muscular statement of chrome, blacked-out metal, and aggressive lines. The exposed engine is a piece of art all on its own, A6 cylinders laid out horizontally with polished headers peeking out just so, reminding everyone that this is no ordinary V-twin cruiser. Up front, you get a bold LED headlight cluster that looks modern but retains a hint of classic muscle bike attitude. The tank is wide and sculpted, flowing seamlessly into a low-profile seat that keeps the rider sitting deep and close to the bike's center of mass. Honda didn't skimp on the details either, and the fit and finish are excellent. The exhaust note is tuned to deliver a deep, mellow rumble at idle that turns into a satisfying roar when you crack it open on the highway. You'll also find subtle modern touches like keyless ignition, a full digital display tucked neatly into the retro-style dash, and integrated LED lighting that keeps the whole bike looking clean and contemporary. One of the standout updates for 2025 is the improved suspension setup. The Valkyrie comes with a beefy 45mm front fork and a single rear shock with adjustable preload. This means you can dial in your ride whether you're cruising solo or two up with a passenger. Dual front disc brakes with 6-piston calipers provide confident stopping power, while ABS comes standard for extra safety. The big 17-inch front wheel paired with a fat rear tire gives it a planted stance that looks just right for a bike that's all about raw power. Comfort is also a big part of the Valkyrie's appeal. While it's stripped down compared to the Goldwing, it's still very much a Honda when it comes to rider ergonomics. The seat is supportive enough for long hauls, footpegs are set slightly forward for that laid-back cruiser posture, and the handlebars sweep back just enough to keep you upright without feeling stretched. If you want to add luggage or a small windscreen, Honda offers factory accessories so you can tailor the Valkyrie to your style, whether that's urban muscle cruiser or stripped-down road tripper. Another thing that sets the Valkyrie apart is how approachable it feels for such a big machine. Thanks to Honda's engineering magic, the bike feels balanced and composed even at parking lot speeds. The low seat height, around 28 inches, means most riders can get both feet flat on the ground. That inspires confidence, whether you're cruising through city traffic or maneuvering around tight corners on a mountain road. Now, let's get to what everyone wants to know. How much does the 2025 Honda Valkyrie cost? Well, Honda positions it competitively for what you're getting. Expect an MSRP starting around $22,000 in the US. Of course, add a few optional extras like heated grips, a backrest, or custom paint, and you could see the price creep closer to $24,000. Compared to other premium cruisers with big displacement engines, think Harley Road King, Indian Chief, or BMW R18, the Valkyrie holds its own on both features and value. So who's this bike really for? If you love the raw feel of a big cruiser but want something different from the typical V-twin crowd, the Valkyrie delivers a unique blend of Japanese refinement and brute force. It's a bike for riders who appreciate engineering excellence but still want to make a bold statement every time they roll up to a stoplight. It's not overloaded with unnecessary tech, yet it offers enough modern touches to keep things comfortable and safe. In a world where many cruisers stick to tradition, the Valkyrie is proof that there's room for a bold, modern twist on the genre. It's equal parts muscle bike and refined tourer, and it doesn't apologize for being exactly what it is: a road-devouring, six-cylinder monument to Honda's engineering prowess. So, what do you think? Is the 2025 Honda Valkyrie the bike that's going to tempt you away from the usual cruiser suspects? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear if you'd ride one, customize one, or park it front and center in your garage just to stare at it every night. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Wheel Reverend for more honest reviews, test rides, and two-wheeled adventures. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and ride safe.